I went undercover to fire the boss who ruined my life. He fired me with a smile on his face. 5 years later, I fired him with a signature on a check. Marcus didn't just let me go, he destroyed me. He looked at me like I was garbage and said, "You're just not leadership material." But the joke was on him, because when I walked back into his office 5 years later, I wasn't looking for a job, I was looking for the deed to the building. Let me paint the picture of who Marcus was. This is a guy who once spilled boiling coffee on a report I spent on my working on, looked me in the eye and said, "Clean it up. Or are you too fragile for manual labor too?" I left that job broken, humiliated, but anger is a powerful fuel. I started my own analytics firm from my basement. We blew up, got acquired by a tech giant, and when I saw Marcus's company on a list of failing businesses up for sale, I didn't hesitate. I bought it. But I didn't want to just walk in and fire him. I wanted to see if he had changed, so I went undercover boss style. I hired myself as a low-level analyst during the transition, and guess what? Marcus was exactly the same. The gray walls, the misery, it was a time capsule of toxic management. He didn't recognize me, not a flicker. In my first week back, he cut me off in a meeting laughing. "Don't think too hard. You aren't paid to have opinions." He literally handed me his lunch order in front of the team and told me to make myself useful. He called his employees dead weight and mocked people for wanting mental health days. He was digging his own grave and he handed me the shovel. The craziest part? One day he stopped by my desk. He squinted at me and said, "Do I know you? You look familiar." My heart was pounding, but I looked him dead in the eye and said, "Maybe, but you've probably fired too many people to keep track." He just laughed. He actually laughed and said, "Yeah, if you can't remember all the faces." I almost ended it right there. I wanted to scream. But I waited. I needed the perfect moment. That moment came at the all-hands meeting. The entire company was there. Marcus strolled in 10 minutes late, leaning against the wall, scrolling on his phone, completely ignoring the room. I walked to the front of the room. I tapped the microphone. I introduced myself. I told them I've been working undercover to see how the company really runs. Then I dropped the bomb. I am the new owner of this company, effective immediately. Marcus's head snapped up. He looked confused. I locked eyes with him. "I actually used to work here," I told the room. "Marcus fired me 5 years ago. He told me I wasn't leadership material." The room went silent. You could hear a pin drop. Marcus started to stammer, his face turning pale. I cut him off. "You never remembered my face, Marcus, but I never forgot yours. You can leave the meeting now. You don't have the security clearance to be in this room anymore." He walked out in silence. I didn't do it for revenge. I did it for peace. But I'm not going to lie, the revenge felt pretty good too.